What'd you make of the ending and their guy who was 7 of 10 from the three, not taking that three and driving for the layup there in the final seconds?
Yeah, I mean, it's, we were crowding them, trying to give up no airspace, run them off the 3-point line. I'm not in there, it's none of my prerogative to discuss it other than the fact that, for us, we just wanted to take away the three with him. He played as good a first half as any player that I've coached against in college, and that's including a lot of lottery picks that we've gone against. I thought his offensive performance tonight, meaning Wells, was, 7 for 10 would be hard to do with just sitting in the gym alone. Mm-hmm. And their 3-point shooting's as good as any, team that I've seen. I can't remember any of our teams ever giving up 16 threes. So defensively, we got some things that we really have to get better at. We weren't guarding the three, and we weren't guarding them off the dribble drive, and we were fouling too much. So all those are 3 areas that we've really got to get better at and improve. But we're a new team. The rotation right now is discombobulated, meaning it's T. Will's first game. So now you're trying to work him back in. You put him in the starting lineup. Matt Nolan doesn't play. He's a guy that we've relied on to be our 6th man. Kevin Patton, has been out virtually, since he stepped on campus, and now he's available. So there's a lot of things that we still are going to work out. You know what I mean? It's offensively though, 22 assists, super happy with that. 10 turnovers is not bad, with the fact that we had 2 or 3 in transition, and scoring, the points that we did tonight is all super positive. The negatives are on the other side of the ball.
Two games now, you guys haven't been able to separate, I'm sure, the way you'd like. Just what do you attribute that to?
A little bit is the rotation. To be honest with you, it's not having Williams last game really hurt us. But if you just look at the stats and you see, Williams go 7 of 10, Cohen go 8 of 10, Claude go 9 of 12, Yates 6 of 9, Patton 2 of 4. That's pretty doggone impressive. And then Saint at his position to have 7 assists is a good number, and he had 7 and 8, so he had a pretty good floor game as well. Again, we led for 33 minutes. They led for 3 minutes. Obviously a closer game than we would like, but both games. But you hope that these close games can kind of help you gain confidence in late game situations once the year continues to unfold.
Coach, once again, you lost the rebounding battle to a team that's much smaller. What can you do to straighten that out? I know you're working on it, but doesn't it have to get better?
Well, yeah, it has to get better. That's. But they had 3 offensive rebounds, which is a pretty low number. So they had a lot of defensive rebounds. They out-rebounded us defensively by 4. We didn't have many offensive rebounds either. But yeah, that's got to improve. And obviously at your center spot, when someone plays 21 minutes, we need them to have more than 1 rebound. That's an area that we got to get better at. Desmond, Claude, and I had discussed him being a better defensive rebounder tonight. He went out and got 5. So our center spot, we've got to rebound the ball better. But I also elected to go small. And that has a lot to do with why we scored 98 points. So it's a give and take. Are you going to play more rebounding physical guys, or are you going to try to space the floor and outscore somebody? And tonight that was the decision, whether it was right or wrong. Obviously it's the rebounding, the dribble drive, lack of shot blocking. Those are all things that we know are there and we got to improve on.
Desmond was especially assertive late. Is that you telling him to kind of take things over, or is that him feeling it out and feeling he was the best option?
Yeah, we felt like when they went man, which was not a lot, that we could run middle pick and roll in our 45 brush set with our 5 setting it off a down pin for 4. And he did a great job taking it. I thought we settled for a stretch with 3s. It was like we were trying to match them 3 for 3, which we didn't need to do against this team because of their lack of shot blocking, our ability to score in the paint. you know, we probably should have had more, you know, paint points than we did, and we had 50. But I thought it should have been 60 to 62. And look, we're an evolving team for sure. You know, we're not a finished product by any means.
Do you think that closing out games is going to be a consistent struggle for the team?
Well, I don't think. I mean, we're not struggling to close out games because we've won 2 games that were
Right,
3-point.
right.
We haven't been able to separate when we needed to. We hope that we'll be able to separate better once we get. If I'm not comfortable subbing right now, they're probably certainly not comfortable, and I'm not comfortable because, like I said, I mean, Matt Nolan is a security blanket for me to call his name as a 6th man through 2 exhibition games and through 2 regular season games, and he doesn't play, so that affects our team. Terrence Williams affected our team in games 1 and 2 because you can see what he did. I mean, if he doesn't play tonight and he has back spasms, we don't win the game. And so, you know, Kevin Patton, if he is out one more game, his 13 minutes was valuable to us as well.
2 more?
What about Buzo? He seems to be struggling with his shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a guy that you know has made a lot of shots throughout his career, and we want him to continue to shoot the ball with confidence. He does take some defended shots. We've got to do a better job at trying to get him a little bit more airspace on his shot. But you know, he's a guy that's going to have, you know, some big scoring nights and other nights where that's what happens when, you know, when your game is kind of a 3-and-D game, which Buzo is, and you know, out of his 7 shots, 5 were threes. So you know, hopefully he'll you know, get back in the gym and regain confidence as well.
We talked about Wesley after the opener a lot. You seem to get more and more comfortable the more he plays now.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to, you know, look, the fact of the matter is we don't have a natural point guard. We knew that when the roster was being put together. We made a decision to slide Dez over there. Saint is kind of a de facto, you know, point guard. We think Dez is continuing to learn the spot. I mean, even Clark is more of a more wired to score and run around off the ball and backdoor cut, and Wes has been a natural scorer his whole career, and now we're asking him to come in and play some points. So a work in progress, but Wes has provided some really good scoring spurts for us for sure, and he adds athleticism and he adds physicality because he is a guy that can go to the basket and score with contact.
Great. Thank you, Coach Musselman.
Thank you.
Thanks.